Bitcoin is going down. Ethereum is going down alongside with it. Are you going to panic? Are you going to just leave the cryptocurrency world, sell them all away? Or maybe you haven't even entered it yet and you're thinking, is it a good time to go in? Or is it just going straight down and you should just stay far away from it? We are going to be talking about that today. First things first, the hardest thing to understand about Bitcoin is what is Bitcoin and what is Ethereum. And if you can't understand it, then why should you even get into it? Shouldn't you not invest in things that you don't understand? That's always my number one rule. Don't invest in things that you don't understand. But for this case, a lot of the factors actually come into play, and that's why I have my money in Bitcoin and Ethereum. To make it simple, I want to make it simple for you guys to know what is Bitcoin. So whenever you make payments, you go to maybe buy some milk, you use a card, it goes through the bank takes a cut, and that cut is because they are recording down all your transactions. It's their fee, we call it a fee. So there's always a middleman. There's always a middleman when it comes to any payments or any sort of transaction that you do. What Bitcoin does is it gets rid of the middleman. And it's very secure. It's just a very secure way of keeping track of your transactions. So what we know is Bitcoin is secure. It's a secure way to get rid of the middleman in order to make transactions. And the transactions be safer, and also you don't need to give a cut to the bank or whatsoever. So a lot of banks are actually trying to use cryptocurrency right now. But of course, regulations is a bit difficult. And regulations is the part that's going to make this whole roller coaster even more volatile than it already is. Okay, let's talk about Ethereum now. So from what I understand, Ethereum is actually a platform. It's a platform that has this thing called smart contract. Smart contract is an automated entity that allows you to invest, save, and spend all at the same time, and it's automatic. It allows you to exchange money, properties, stocks. It allows you to exchange all these things and literally anything without a middleman, without a lawyer, without a notary. With all that said, in hindsight, in layman's terms, these two things is all about security and cutting costs, cutting out the middleman, because as we all know, all these banks and all these transaction services is tearing the spread between the rich and the poor further apart. The rich will always be richer because you definitely need to make a transaction. There's no other way to trade or like to buy or purchase or sell things. There's no other way. So getting rid of the middleman might actually make the spread from rich to poor closer together, or it could even make it worse, but nobody knows. Right now, the regulation is a problem, and with all these regulations issues like drug traffickers hiding their money in cryptocurrency, these things might cause the stock to go up and down, sideways, and whatever woozy stuff. But in my opinion, the risk is there. The risk is there that maybe regulations might not go well, and then they're just going to discard it. There's just going to be another bubble like those tulip mania and all those other stuff. But in my opinion, the risk to reward ratio actually makes a lot of sense. That's why I'm going in, but I'm not going in a lot. Okay, it probably accounts to 2.5% of my whole portfolio, or I can even add more in, to be honest. Every month when I get any income, I'll just dump it in Bitcoin and Ethereum. The reason to that is because when the rewards do come up, the returns do come up, it's going to be substantial. But if I lose, I just lose everything that I've invested in. So I don't really see any problem with that. So this could be a bubble, like I said. This could be a bubble, but the chances of it being a bubble is not really that high. And if it is a bubble, you just lose the money that you've put in. So just don't put in that much, because the gains will be like substantially higher than what you could have lost, you know. So in my opinion, I don't mind putting in a bit, and I don't think you should as well. It's not like you're gonna put in like a couple million right now. And as I always say, there are going to be a lot of noise in terms of these kinds of investments, because these are like high growth investments. It can either go high up to the moons, or it can crash down to the Pacific Ocean. But either way, I don't care about all these noises, because for me, once you buy it, you just forget about it. It's just, to me, it's just a savings account with much better returns. And the risk is just that you lose everything in that account. But if you're a young investor, what's the fear? What's the fear in losing all your money? Because you can always gain it back. It's not as though you can't work anymore, like losing your limbs or anything. You have to think like that. I think like that all the time, because if you want to get filthy rich at a faster pace than other people, you gotta do more of the risky stuff, man. It's not just like, oh, I want something without any risk and I want to get like fucking millions of dollars from it. Stop being in your imaginary world. And one last thing I like to hint is, don't get scammed by all these online gurus selling courses for cryptocurrency trading, stuff like that. These are all just bullshit. It's very easy to start a wallet, a crypto wallet. Just go on Luno and open a crypto wallet and buy cryptocurrency like Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's it. Why do you need a guru? Why do you need a teacher to teach you how to make quick money? Dude, trust me, okay, it's much better getting the substantial gains from holding the stock than buying, selling, because that is just instant gratification. And that's what people like selling these days. They like selling the idea of instant gratification. So that's why all these online cryptocurrency gurus will come at you, showing you the results, showing you like, oh, I can do this, I can do that, I can gain you this, I can make you gain that. But all of them are fucking scammers. So stay away, kids. With all that said, I hope you keep your Bitcoin and Ethereum investment in your own range of risk and make some money when the thing goes up again. Because the price right now doesn't really matter. If you enter it at a high price or at 40,000, it's fine. If you enter it at a low price, good for you. But if you enter it anyhow, just forget about it. Just forget about it and imagine that it's just a savings account. If you can do that for at least 1 year, I can guarantee you're going to be very happy when the next time you look at it. Right? If you're going to dollar cost average it every month, put some sum of money into Bitcoin, Ethereum, just forget about it. You'll see substantial gains. And that's my take on it. And thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, do subscribe down below, because not many of you that viewed my videos are actually subscribers. So know the drill, subscribe, be in the army of millennial money, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.